Hey there, Caitlin here, and today I'm going to give you 5 ways to make the most of your messaging, and in under 5 minutes. So before you run away because you're like, I already know how to send messages, hang on, I have a couple things that I think will help you take your messaging to the next level and really build your classroom community. When I was teaching, I was actually lucky enough to get to loop some of my students. The first time around, I sent emails and did phone calls, all of which was a very formal interaction. The second time around, I discovered ClassDojo and I was using the messaging feature, and I noticed a huge change in my communication. Rather than the standard email or phone call, which I noticed actually caused anxiety in some families, like how many times have you seen a parent reply like, oh good, they were relieved to know that it was just a little thing. I mean, I couldn't imagine really drafting an entire email just to let a parent know that I noticed their student using their math strategies during math time today. But being able to send these quick messages in ClassDojo meant that I could celebrate these little things, which were actually big moments with families. Not only that, but being able to communicate with families in a way that felt like text messaging, without giving up my phone number, meant that I could connect with families who sending emails and showing up at school just wasn't their jam. So I was able to make these connections that I don't think I would have been able to before. Whether you're sending a message to one family, the entire class, or maybe to just the parents of the students who forgot their library books, you do the work of writing the message once, it sends out, and the replies come back in their own separate threads. And side note, love that it's listed by the student's name because I got 32 students to remember. Sometimes I might just forget the parent's name. So your planning prep time on Monday, you know that you're going to need to remind them about something later in the week. The great thing is that I can schedule a message. So if students have PE on Friday, let me just write out my note about it and make sure it says today, and then schedule it to send out that actual day, that morning, so that all families are in the know and I'm not stressing all week about reminding them to bring their PE shoes. Again, I totally prefer this over email because instead of doing a send all, I can actually go through each conversation with each family member. Maybe the student's going to be absent and I don't need them to have that scheduled message. I just click on the clock icon with the number and I can delete the scheduled message just for that family without it affecting every other family in my classroom. Better than an email, you can see this message was read at 4:08 p.m. and it was translated into Spanish automatically without you doing anything. When they reply, I can view the translation, and now you can communicate with families no matter what language they speak. And first-year teacher or veteran, finding work-life balance can be difficult. That's why in your push notification settings, you can turn on quiet hours. You choose what time you want them to start, you choose what time you want them to end. You can even just turn on quiet hours for the weekend. Don't worry, they won't think you're just leaving them hanging. They'll get a notification that says it's quiet hours that you might not reply until later. Plus, I'm still able to download and print my entire message history, so I still have documentation. That's awesome. Reflecting on my teaching, I am so grateful I got the opportunity to loop with those students and get to know those families and have the opportunity to really build those connections. All right, that's it. Be sure to bookmark the Zendesk. It will be your BFF. And after that, join us in the ClassDojo Teacher Facebook community. Come share your own tips and tricks. If you want to reach out to me, you can say hi on Twitter. Until next time, bye.